Now, billionaire Mark Cuban is known for being not only one of the greatest investors, but one of the best businessmen that we have in the world. He's featured on the show Shark Tank, and if you've never heard of Shark Tank, it's essentially a show where people will go and they'll pitch their business ideas to a bunch of rich people who will then choose whether to invest in their business or not. You get to see some really cool ideas, and it kind of makes you think a little bit about how it would be to be a multi-millionaire and the decisions that you would make before choosing, to invest in a business and have a stake in it. But still, some of these ideas on Shark Tank are terrible. Absolutely awful. It can get pretty awkward. None of the panelists want to invest. The person leaves home crying, and it just gets all bad. It can get pretty intense. So on the Full Send podcast with the Nelk Boys, he revealed that he's taken a net loss of about $20 million that he had invested through about 85 different startups. And he shares that the worst investment that he's ever made was on a project called the Breathometer. Now in 2013, an entrepreneur named Charles Michael Yim went on Shark Tank to pitch his product, the Breathometer, as the world's first smartphone breathalyzer. This was essentially an iPhone or smartphone attachment that could test your BAC, blood alcohol content, which essentially lets you know how turnt you are. Honestly, to me, this sounds like $1 million idea. Think about it. You're at a party, you've had a few beers, you're wondering, am I straight to go home? Am I not? At that point, you should probably definitely have some water, but you can at least, breathalyze through your phone, and it'll kind of let you know where you're at scientifically. And with this technology, we know the law would love to utilize this, dealing with things like DUI cases. So Yim then gave the people on Shark Tank, a little glass of champagne, a little cheers, and also gave them a little plastic piece that could be attached to your phone, to help you read your BAC. He claimed that the device could, send the BAC levels to your phone for you to see, and also gave you the option to call a cab if your BAC was too high. Saving lives out here. Let's be real, is this not the greatest idea of all time? But of course, as we already know, this went south. The pitch was pretty compelling, and he was actually the first person to get all 5 of the Shark Tank entrepreneurs to actually want to invest in his business. Cuban, Kevin O'Leary, Damon John, Lori Grenier, and Robert, I don't know how to say this, Hervarjek pulled together a $1 million investment for a 30% stake. This valued Yim's company at $3.3 million. Now, a lot of times there's always an issue, people may be smart, but they don't work hard, so they get nothing out of it, or they may work hard, but they don't work smart, so they may not get anything out of it. And I think this might have been the problem here. It was a great product, Cuban said last week, but the guy Charles, I'd look at his Instagram and he'd be in Bora Bora. 2 weeks later, he'd be in Las Vegas partying, and then he'd be on Nectar Island with Richard Branson. I'd text him what the F are you doing? You're supposed to be working, Cuban said. According to Cuban's recollection, Yim would reply that he was networking on behalf of the business. Eventually, all the money was gone. So Yim decided to transition away from the bathymeter, partnering with healthcare giant Philips on a product called Mint that measured the levels of sulfur compounds in your mouth to determine whether you had bad breath or not. I feel like a lot of y'all could use this, somebody come up on you on the club, all on your shoulder, they talking to you on your shoulder, you feel the hot breath, you like, oh shoot, can we turn on the air conditioning in here please? But you can't deny Yim really can come up with some pretty cool ideas. Unfortunately, in January 2017, the Federal Trade Commission filed a complaint against Yim and the Breathometer, alleging that the company misled its customers about the product's ability to accurately measure BAC. They say that it lacked the scientific evidence to back the claims that they were making in their advertising. Eventually, they lost with the FTC and had to return every single product that was sold. Let's be real here, it really doesn't get much worse than that. So in defense, Yim told CNBC Make It, comments were completely off base, and he did not blow his company's money on personal travel. He said it's not fair that Cuban would base his assessment of Yim's CEO abilities on a series of social media posts, and notes that his trip to Nectar Island was to pitch the Breathometer to Richard Branson. The pitch was successful, and Yim became a 2015 finalist in Branson's Extreme Tech Challenge pitch competition. So today, neither the Breathometer or Mint products are being sold on the market, which makes a lot of sense because they were complete failures, you know. Fortunately, Mark Cuban was able to get about $500,000 back, but this is only because the Breathometer company was okay with being fully acquired, and like I said, that makes a lot of sense because it was a complete failure. So you guys all have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. We're about to hit 400 subscribers and eat some spicy wings, so make sure you tune into that. Have a great day and be blessed. And you know, maybe don't invest into the Breathometer, but invest though.